Welcome, adventurer. You seem to bear a dark energy, eons old. I am Alustan, an alchemist who feels eons old himself at times. Some see these wrinkles as a sign of wisdom, but a wise man would avoid such an unhealthy obsession. Bruno and Cliff have told me all I need to know of Red Nose tearing through the Dark Rift, and his defeat at your hands. To cause such noticeable mutations in his physical appearance means that the Black Stone was of extreme to have such an item in his possession. This man clad in black, we should not take him lightly. We should undertake our investigation discreetly. Clarence is away on some other task. I suppose I have no other choice. I would like you to assist my other daughter in investigating this matter. However, let us speak on this elsewhere. There are far too many prying eyes here.
Hiya, Papa. You've brought someone along? Friends of my father get better deals. They're basically just watered-down versions of Florence's potions anyway. I'm kidding!
Eileen, save your sales pitch. I've a top...
What? Another one? But I just finished the last one. Can't Florence just swoop in and save the day?
Well, if you don't want this opportunity to meet a black spirit host in the flesh...
What? No way. Look at those dreamy eyes. Nothing like the vacant corpse-like expressions I read about.
Eileen, manners.
Oops. Did I say that out loud? I'll just go stick my head in a cauldron and die now.
Come now, child. No need for dramatics. They are in need of your aid.
Me? Specifically? Sure you didn't just confuse me for Florence? Gosh, okay. Let's see. How long have you been exposed? Oh, wow. That's a bit excessive. Tell me, does ceaseless whispering fill your head? Do you have an unquenchable thirst? Is that thirst for apocalyptic chaos?
Eileen!
Got it, Papa.
I've received a summons from the Grand Chamberlain Jordine. There are urgent matters at Alejandro Farm to which I must attend. I'll be expecting fair tidings upon my return. Adventurer, please give Eileen your full cooperation.
Right. Florence will be off to college soon, setting the academic world on fire, while I do my best to find a man who trusts me not to set his meals on fire. Why was I talking about fire? Oh, right! My training! Time to test some chemical reactions, but I'm all out of material. Come on, Eileen. Oh, I hate to ask. So many so quickly? Guess I've got nothing to fear. Though, as soon as we smite one wicked task, another always rears its head. So, I don't see the harm in us taking our time with them. Papa said you needed help, but... what's a couple of hours? Why don't we take a short walk over to the... see that bell tower over there? Why don't you, go on ahead. I need to touch up my faith, for, church.
us, me and my wife, forever.
May the grace of our Lord Elion be with you at all times.
Up here, the priest will
Thank
tell us
you,
off.
Lord Elion.
Stop
Lord
bothering me.
Elion has guided me to Velia.
Can I pray with my left eye open?
Bless us with the newborn.
Please find my cat.
I love Velia. Even the smiles of the children here.
Up here, the priest will tell us off.
My faithful congregation who've gathered here today.
Stop bothering me.
You've likely not ever set foot in the desert, nor heard tale of the Black Desert and the salvation of Elion. There was a time when black stones were thought to be blessed with Elion's might, sown like so many seeds beneath the sands that span from Calphion to Valencia. But these seeds only bloomed into the fruits of war between those nations, who watered the great desert with blood, until the sand itself could hold no more. From that day it was known by two names. For the countless black stones, Calphionians know it as the Black Desert. But for the countless lives lost, Valencians call it Red.
There you are.
So long after,
Shall we sit together?
Elion felt pity for us fallen humans, and granted us the sight to see the black stones for what they truly were.
Take away my mother's pain.
Hey, I didn't doze off. I wasn't.
Now that Elion has lifted the veil from our eyes, let us cast off the avarice and offer up our worldly possessions to Elion.
Shirking your alchemical studies again. I see. No surprises there. What does surprise me is how it's a new— Hello, I'm Florence, Eileen's twin sister. Father filled me in. I only came here to confirm my suspicions. Now listen here. The Black Spirit is biding its time, waiting until you're spent and exhausted. And when you show the slightest sign of weakness, you will be under its control in an instant. My advice, go get some rest. As for my sister, well, don't dawdle here listlessly. Go find Chief Igor Bartali. He's known to treat adventurers with the utmost hospitality.
My wife, forever.
Hey, I didn't doze off. I was awake a while ago.
How would I live without my mother? I'm going to give you a scolding when you get down.
Jealousy has no use.
Ah, so you're the one Alustan spoke of. We finally meet. I am Igor Bartali, chief of this village. Welcome to Velia. There was a time when I too dreamt of becoming a great adventurer, and I would love to hear of your heroic encounter with Red Nose. But first, I must attend to a small matter requested of me by the Grand Chamberlain. How about you tell your tale over a meal at the Lunar Halo Inn?
My head.
It's right over there. My wife, Islin, will treat you to some refreshments. Go on ahead. I'll be right behind you.
Have you any remedy for headaches? I have to get back to work. I can't move because of the headache. God, my head's aching. My head.
I was once considered a great adventurer, but I ultimately hung my helmet here. I must have been young.
Welcome to the Lunar Halo Inn, traveller. You can call me Islin. My husband said you'd be dropping by. Rowdy drunkards think getting pot-shotten is an excuse for breaking a dish or two, but I make sure everyone pays for their mistakes. Here's fair warning to you. This is the chef of our inn, David. Talented, aye, but patrons love him, but those two over there act like brothers once a little ale's in them. In the cold light of sobriety, they find themselves again sworn enemies. That one over there just keeps to himself, smoking his pipe all day long, never orders a thing, literally running on fumes. Oh, look at the old man, the wind blew in. Well, what'll you have? Have a seat and we'll get your order in right away. Moontains of cheese bread. That's a staple of ours. Good, good. Take a seat over there. My husband's probably dying to see you.
These are all for me.
Life is cheap if it's worth a pint of dog's beef.
Oh, Islin is talkative as ever. Sometimes she keeps customers so long that the food goes cold. Finally. I've been looking forward to dining together and hearing the wealth of stories you have to tell. First, tell me of Red Nose. Tell me everything, theatrics and all.
These are all for me to eat. Where's the joy?
for the soldiers in Western Camp without a
Who helped the most in tracking Red Nose down?
imps are all for me.
What you really need to be wearing is the red nose of the Alder of Agus.
Foxes are all for me to eat. Great. Parasitic bees are all for me to eat. Great. Where's the joy for the soldiers in Western Camp?
When did she become an officer? I can't remember. She was quite the bright child. But however did Red Nose become leader of the imps? As I recall, he was ever so tiny and timid.
Foxes are all for me to
The black stone given unto Red Nose became one filled with rage. I've no idea what that meant. If only I was younger, I'd need just to wave my finger to teach him a lesson. Ah, well. Frustrating though it may be, in times like this, your grand journey is still underway, and arduous times are yet to come. Dig deep and shout this out to steal your nerve.
Well now, what's this? You two together? Things are looking...
Oh!
Where's the joy for the
It
soldiers
has
in
been
Western
some
Camp
time.
without a tavern?
Where have you been quenching your thirst while your old friend...
Me just had a pint at the Dancing Marlin to celebrate our defeat of Red Nose. Cheers! And yet to think a black stone of such high purity brings me back to the days...
I'm telling you, it's all gone in an instant. But I, too, am reminded of the tale of the Great Desert. 10 years past now.
This is your first time hearing it, right? Listen well, it's quite the tale. 10 years past. In the distant desert, a sudden and strange phenomenon occurred. The ground beneath the sands cracked wide. It was the ruins of Histria, once existing only in ancient texts. Held deep within her, a final chamber composed of the purest black stones.
Imps are all for me to eat. Great. Foxes are all for me to eat. Great. Parasitic bees are all for me to eat. Great. Where's the joy for the soldiers in Western Camp without a tavern?
He's been on about this story for a decade now. My ears can't take it any longer. Be present. It's the year 286. 286.
Foxes are all for me to eat. Great. Parasitic bees are all for me to eat. Great. Where's the joy for the soldiers?
Nostalgia serves as the greatest drive in the twilight years of a senile old fool. And yet...
Never thought I'd see the day when Igor the Adventurer was properly domesticated. The things love will do to us.
I may not look it now, but I was indeed quite the adventurer in my day. People would travel far and wide.
Look at the stone spider flaunting his carapace to the stoneback crab. Like he's forgotten he's speaking with the continent's foremost imp expert. And on my honor, I swear on that day I clearly saw it. The shining star fall into the hills of the Forest of Seclusion.
That nonsense again. Give it a rest, my dear friend.
No, I promise you, before my dying breath, I shall uncover its secret. I am a man of my word. Believe it. This stuff is great. Careful. Do you know how much this beer cost me?
I couldn't believe it. She told me to shave my beard.
Do you know how many years I spent whacking those scarecrows?
Oh, Tronin, you're here as well.
Of course. I have to lay down the hammer sometimes.
Yes, indeed. It's been some time. Care to hear of my travels to Valencia?
Oh, good. Adventurer, you're awake.